1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield, live from Harpo's, the Missouri Bar and Grill, this is Tiger Talk.
To the rim, and the hanging two-hand jam puts Missouri up by 22.
Now, here's your host, the voice of the Tigers, Mike Kelly.
And welcome to the show. Good show for you tonight, coming on the heels of Missouri's win last night against number 22 Tennessee. Tigers prevail 73-69. We're going to talk about that and a lot more. Dickie Nutt will be with us during the first two segments. We'll break down some film with Coach Matt Klein coming up in segment number 3. He'll stay with us for segment number 4. We'll introduce you to new assistant coach Steve Wright coming up in the 5th segment of the show. And then the guy to my right, Dickie Nutt, will come back for the last segment as we'll complete things just before 8 o'clock here on Tiger Talk from Harpo's in downtown Columbia. A staple in downtown since 1971, featuring a new food menu. You can check out their daily specials. Also, their expanded space to host your next event. Remember, you can watch Tiger Talk locally through the family of networks of KMIZ and in the St. Louis area through Matrix Midwest. Great crowd at the arena last night as Missouri fell behind by 10 early against number 22 Tennessee, but then came back to win 73-69. T.O. Barrett, a career-high 28. Mark Mitchell with 23. Jacob Cruz, 4 points. They all came from the free throw line in the final 18 seconds to seal the victory against the Volunteers. With that, we say hello to our friend David Dickie Nutt. It's great to see you.
Yes, sir. Good to see you.
What did you think of the environment last night?
Well, it was unreal. We talked about that after the game. We could absolutely, now I'm hard of hearing anyway, but I don't think we could ever hear the whistle that was blown. It was so loud. Our fans were so big and so good. And I tell you, they just make it out. They're just involved in the outcome of the game. The level of support that we have and the way they were last night started with the students, and it goes all the way down to our ticket holders and boosters and fans. It was off the charts. It was fantastic.
And Missouri fans get it. They knew the importance of that game last night. They knew that team that was the home team needed to win the game last night. And literally from the final 10 minutes, it felt like the entire crowd was standing from about 10 minutes to play to the end of the game.
It was a war from start to finish, and that was probably the quickest first half that I've ever been involved with, because the whistles were just not blown at all. There were no fouls called at all, so the clock just kept running, and you would think that after 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9 trips, that sooner or later there'd be a foul called, and they never would. They let us play last night. Now, a little bit in the second half, they started blowing the whistle a little bit. But in the first half, first 30 minutes, they absolutely let us play. It was a knockdown, drag out. We were just so proud of our guys, the way they played and responded and stayed together, and it was a fantastic win. As much as you don't want to say it's a must-win game, now that we won that game, yeah, it was a must-win game.
A couple of games underway right now in the SEC at the half. Florida's got a 3-point lead. Texas has got a 3-point lead over Florida at the half. And then Vanderbilt leads by 7 against Georgia. That game taking place in Nashville. The Florida game being played in Austin, Texas. Missouri back in action coming up on Saturday at 12 noon tip-off as they'll travel to Mississippi State, a team that Missouri beat earlier this season. That game tips off at 12 on the road on Tuesday against Oklahoma. We'll be back here at Harpo's coming up next Wednesday for our final show of the season. That comes your way next Wednesday at 7. Again, game at OU next Tuesday at 6. And then Missouri will close out the regular season a week from Saturday at home against the Arkansas Razorbacks. That game will tip off at 11 a.m. And there are plenty of tickets available. You can go online to get yours at mutigers.com. Okay, let's go back to last night. We talked about the crowd, which, again, was amazing. Great to see them. Would love to see a sellout for the last game of the regular season, Senior Day against Arkansas. But what did you like about what your team did? Not the start of the game, but down the stretch to close things out.
Well, I think that that we were so much better defensively. I thought as a whole, overall, our defense was really good. Now, they were the number 1 offensive rebounding team in America, so we knew that's a problem for us. But if it's not something that we don't work on every day, is blocking out and cutting out and making sure we get a body on somebody. But those balls were just ricocheting off the board and the rim, and they were long bounces, and we were struggling with that. I think we ended up with 16 offensive rebounds. But even if they did get the rebound, what I was most pleased with, even if they did get their offensive rebound, we defended them again for another 20 seconds. And so that was a good thing for our defense. And we just held on, and it was a fantastic win for us.
Yeah, you look at some of the numbers, and, minus 12 on the glass. You did outscore them in the paint 40-32. Big thing, though, 23 points off of 15 Tennessee turnovers.
Yeah, it was so good for us. And everybody that we played, I thought Coach did a really good job I thought he did a really good job of substituting and then changing the flow of the game. Rick Barnes is a really Hall of Fame coach. He's been coaching a long time. He's over 70 years old, and he always has fantastic teams. But they spend a lot of time offensively working on their execution. And Coach and I talked about this in a couple of days before the game about a team like that really don't practice a lot against the zone. And as much as we think that they can shoot it very well, the zone had a factor in our game yesterday, and not to mention some of the guys that came in off the bench that is making a big impact in the last few games. We'll talk about that.
One thing that Tennessee is really good at from an offensive standpoint is that when they sit a pick, they're able to get a guy open.
It's amazing you said that, because my son and I were talking last night after the game, just watching it over again. And that's one thing that they do, and if we can learn something from that, I mean, you talk about setting a screen. They do. Now, it helps if they got wide bodies. They had a couple guys that looked like football players. And so when they set a screen, they absolutely put that wood on you, and you have a hard time getting through. But I commend the guys like T.O. Baird, Anthony Robinson, Jaden Stone, those guys. We get through that screen, and we're getting hit. I'm telling you, they're bruised today. We have to be bruised because they're getting hit every time. And I thought we won out. I thought we were very, very tough last night. I thought we really showed some toughness all the way down from every player that played, that showed some real toughness against a very, very quality team.
We're going to talk about T.O. and Mark in the next segment, but I want to focus on a couple of guys that don't get a lot of attention. Starting to now, though, talking about Trent Burns.
Yeah.
Matches his career high with 7 rebounds in the game, played more minutes than he's played in a game this season, more than 18 minutes. Why has he developed and put himself in a position to help your team right now?
Well, Trent has been one of those guys. He was hurt a lot earlier in the year. He didn't play last year. He's a red shirt. He hadn't played in a lot of in a long time. But in practice, he's getting better and better and better. Coach stays on him about a sense of urgency. Hey, Trent, when you run from this spot to that spot, you can't just mosey over there. Yeah. You've got to get there. And that's something that he's been working on. And the second thing is to keep your hands up. Because, he can stand up on the rim, under the rim, and he's 1 inch from touching that rim. So when he does that, it makes a world of difference. And you noticed in the last few games that Coach put him in there, he has been an impact to our team. He has really been an impact in a lot of ways. Not only is he blocking shots and rebounding the basketball, but he's sprinting the floor. Yeah. And the other thing is when a guard sees him and they're penetrating in, they stop and they go the other direction because they see him as a rim protector, and he has been a real impact in the last couple of games.
Not to mention shots that he may block, but he changes the trajectory of so many shots because of his presence.
He does. You bring up a great point. They don't keep alterations. Yeah. Because I can tell you he's altered a lot of shots. Even though he's not blocking that shot, they're trying to get it over his hands, and they're missing that shot. And that's a big factor to have on. And I think he's only going to get better. He's only a freshman. And I think he's a big reason why. And you got to go back to Coach Gates now. Now, we took a guy like Anthony Robinson that had a really very good 2 years for us, and all of a sudden he puts him on the bench and put T.O. Barrett in there and convinced Anthony, hey, Anthony, you're going to be a better impact off the bench right now. And, he made that executive decision, and it changed our year. Yeah. And we have been a little bit more consistent. The thing that we hadn't been early on in the first 15 games is we hadn't been very consistent. It's been complete with maybe poor defense, maybe poor rebounding, especially poor free throw shooting. But now all of a sudden we're getting a little bit more consistent. We understand our roles. Our guys are accepting it. They're super connected. And that's a big thing right now because you got the best thing you can ever have as a coach is good guys that want to be there, guys that want to go to class, guys that want to please their fans, and they want to be friends with the student body. I mean, that's important because if you got guys in there that you think they think they're somebody and they're bigger than it don't work. It don't work, And this is the kind of team that you have, and we're enjoying every minute of it. We obviously got our breath held and making sure that you're only good as your last game. We got to get ready for the next one. There's no guarantee we're going to get in. So we've got to earn our way in.
It's David Dickey Nutt. I'm Mike Kelly. We'll continue Tiger Talk from Harpo's after this on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
It's game time. As Mizzou hoops action heats up, there's only one way to cool down: Shock Top Belgian White. So grab your friends and a couple cold ones and toast to the thrill of college basketball. Shock Top Belgian White. Shock your world. This refreshing beer brings a burst of citrus to your glass, making it the perfect choice for cheering on the Mizzou Tigers. Whether you're courtside or couchside, Shock Top Belgian White is a slam dunk for all the nail-biting buzzer beaters and unforgettable alley-oops. Shock Top, official craft beer sponsor of the Missouri Tigers. Please enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, Shock Top Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon.
A message about safe driving from University of Missouri head basketball coach Dennis Gates.
Basketball requires everyone to be responsible teammates. Driving requires the same exact thing. Crashes can be avoided by practicing safe driving habits. Please leave all distractions aside. Once you're behind that wheel, that is your number one priority. Buckle up, phone down. Slow down, drive sober.
Brought to you by Save Mo Lives.
You could call it swagger. You could call it a vibe. You could call it confidence. You could call it cool. Or you could call it exactly as it is, Tiger Pride. Show your Mizzou spirit with the Tiger Checking Card, only from Central Bank. Sign up today at tigerchecking.com. Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities. Member FDIC.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe insurance should adjust to fit your needs. That's why our agents work with you to design an auto, home, and life insurance plan that's particular to you. Insurance that fits just right. And Shelter is known for our award-winning customer service, satisfied customers, and a plan for you. Isn't it time to check Shelter out? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
If you want an inside look at Mizzou basketball that you won't get anywhere else, you want the Inside Mizzou Athletics podcast.
Trent Pierce. Talk about it every day. We want to be a Final Four team. That's our goal. That's what we want to do.
It's Jaden Stone. It's pretty much a miracle that I'm playing. I've actually never talked about it, so this is the first time I'm saying anything.
Subscribe today to the Inside Mizzou Athletics podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Original content plus replays of Tiger Talk and more. The Inside Mizzou Athletics podcast, presented by Shelter Insurance.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Tiger Talk from Harpo's in downtown Columbia. I'm Mike Kelly. David Nicky Dunn is alongside. Coming up in our next segment, we'll introduce you to Matt Klein, as he'll be here, Missouri's offensive coordinator. Steve Wright a little bit later, and then Coach Nutt returns for the last segment of the show. Florida with a 43-41 second-half lead at Texas as we speak. Mizzou Athletics would like to thank its premier partners of the Diamond Club, MU Healthcare, Shelter Insurance, and Multiply Credit Union. You play on the road at Arkansas. Game you lose, right? Good Arkansas team. Get back on Saturday night. You got a quick turnaround to play a really good team in Tennessee, ranked number 22 in the country, third-ranked opponent in a row. Just take us through the preparation that takes place in terms of, and we're going to do film segment, Evan, the next segment. Do film next segment. But take us through the preparation that the staff goes through in order to get your team ready to play a game like that, coming off of a road game on Saturday.
Well, I wish I was around Dennis Gates 20 years ago, because most coaches that when you play a game and you don't do so well and maybe you lose at the end, you come back and you think you got to get on that floor in a hurry because it's the medicine that the coach has to have. And it's more for the coaches sometimes than it is for the guys. And so you go out on the floor and you do whatever. Well, what does Dennis Gates do? He says, hey, coach, we're going to take tomorrow off. And on Monday, we're going to walk through. And I said, now, wait a minute, Coach. We play on Tuesday. We had some things that went wrong tonight, and we've got to fix that before Tuesday night. And because the games are right up. And he says, Coach, we're going to walk through on Monday. I want their entire tank of gas used on Tuesday night. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And the guys love it. They're focused. They're locked in on what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Everybody has their role, whether it be Coach Sherbaugh with the defensive coordinator, whether it be Matt Klein with the offense, whether it be Coach Smith-Peters with the baseline out of bounds or whatever. And everybody, we all have our roles, and we walk through on Monday night. And Tuesday night, we spent every ounce of that gas. And every young man that played in that game gave everything that they had. And I just go back to myself, how did I ever win a game,
How do you overcome the slow starts?
I blame that on the other coaches.
Fell behind by 10, but then whittled your way back.
I know we hadn't had much luck with that first couple of minutes. We always spot somebody 9 points. It just drives me crazy. Here we are. We're fighting the whole half just to get back to half, just to get back tied up, and then we give away 5 points right there at the end where we had it. We were right there. We should have been leading at halftime. But nonetheless, Coach went in. He made his adjustments, talked about our team. He has that way of getting their attention. Instead of worrying about that last 2 possessions, 5 points.
Yeah.
He's more concerned about, hey, listen, we've got to get on top of that screen. I got to have rotation because you noticed in the second half they ran that pick and roll, and we didn't have an answer for it for about 4 straight possessions.
Right. But what changed? What did you change defensively? Again, they had no answer for T.O. Barrett. Basketball is a game of matchups, right? You had a hard time defending the pick and roll for about 4, maybe 5 possessions, but then it changed. What changed?
Well, we had 2 things. One, we X'd out. We fly switch, what we call it. The other big guy will take his guy and just kind of switch that a little bit. And I think the biggest thing is Coach went to zone. And I thought that slowed him down a little bit. I think that, and that was a big key. And then you look at the guy, and look at offensively. T.O. Barrett comes over on the sideline, right in front of me and Coach, and he says, "Hey, Coach, this guy can't guard me." And what does he do?
Yeah.
Coach says, "Go. Take him."
Yeah.
And for the next 3 or 4 possessions, all he did was just take a move and get right to the basket. And as strong as he is, and it just happened time after time after time. And we try to take a lot of pride in trying. We try to. Now we're not great at it, but we've done better in the last couple of 3 weeks. Is really moving the ball and try to count passes like old school. Hey, pass that ball around 4 or 5 times before you shoot it. Just kind of. But last night he threw all that out the window because when T.O. Barrett said, "He can't guard me, Coach," and Coach Gates says, "Take him," and he did it for the next 4 possessions. And that's coaching. Yeah. And I give it to him. I give it to him because I'm thinking, well, maybe we need to move that ball around, make them guard us. And but hey, T.O. Barrett took him to the basket every time, and it was a great finish.
On his way to a career high 28. That's David Dickey Nutt. He'll come back with us for the final segment of the show. Matt Klein will join us next. Film study coming up on the Central Bank Tiger Network.
Yes,
Clearfield.
sir. I'll be back in a minute.
Addison's restaurants are great local spots to visit before or after all Mizzou home games. Addison's has 2 locations to choose from in Southwest and downtown Columbia. Addison's features a full bar with over 20 beers on tap, including local brewers, and of course their famous Nachos Bianco. So, before or after the game, stop by Addison's. View the full menu online for both locations at addisonsgrill.com.
Black and gold season never ends at the Tiger Team Store. Gear up for game day with the largest official selection of black and gold gear and gifts. From the latest Mizzou SEC gear to everything you need for your tailgate. The Tiger Team Store is your store for all things Mizzou. The Tiger Team Store has moved and is now located inside Mizzou Arena. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. with extended hours on game day or online at TigerTeamStore.com. It's always black and gold season at the Tiger Team Store.
Giving back to the community is a pillar for Mizzou athletics and one that we're proud to emulate here at Brew Pub Lots Matza Pizza. As a proud partner of Mizzou athletics, Brew Pub is proud to announce our support of local heroes through our partnership with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. With every purchase of the new Brew Pub Patriot Pizza, we're helping support veterans, first responders, law enforcement officers, and their families during difficult times. Look for the new Brew Pub Patriot Pizza today in your local grocery store and enjoy a great pizza for a greater cause.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's website, says a 10/20/25.
Hey Tiger fans, Mike Kelly here. When it comes to protecting your home, you've got to have a solid defense. That's why I count on Helitech waterproofing and foundation repair. For nearly 40 years, Helitech has been keeping homes healthy, foundations strong, and blocking water. Their team of experts play every job like it's the championship game with skill, precision, and pride. Inspections are free, so make your next move at HelitechOnline.com. Helitech, where the best defense starts below the floor.
Heal your home with Helitech.
As the parent of an athlete, you've got to give them every advantage possible. And if your child wants to play at the highest level of their sport, they should be training with 2 people who played at the highest level of theirs. Introducing API Project Fitness and their sports performance program. Certified in training athletes from 5 to 18 plus. API Project Fitness teaches athletes to be more explosive, more mobile, and will teach your athlete how to excel both on and off the field. Find your fire. ProjectFitnessAPI.com.
Tiger Talk continues about 22 minutes after the hour of 7. We're at Harpo's in downtown Columbia. I'm Mike Kelly. Glad to have you with us tonight. Partner with the Tigers and the Food Bank, the official charitable partner of Mizzou Athletics. Visit scoreagainsthunger.org to learn more about the Score Against Hunger campaign. It is presented by MPIX. Texas trailing at home with about 15 minutes to play against Florida, 48-47. Please welcome Missouri's offensive coordinator, Matt Klein, the Mizzou assistant coach, is with us. Great to see you.
Thank you, Mike.
Most important thing that I can ask you tonight, basketball's basketball, doesn't matter. How's Louie and Rebecca?
Oh, they're doing great. I wish they could be here tonight, but Louie's
recent father, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause.
Louie J. Klein, born December 9th. So she's been great in this SEC season, just doing all the bedtime stuff and staying up at night, which I'm very thankful for. But she's home. Louie feeds at 7:30, so she couldn't make it.
Yeah. But obviously, huge adjustment becoming a father for the first time, so congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah. It's been such a blessing.
So cool. Just your takeaway from last night's win.
Yeah, tremendous. I mean, the guys fought. Obviously, Tennessee came out on a roll, and our guys responded midway through that first half, and just love to see the grit and the competitiveness and the connectedness that our guys played with, and to rally and keep throwing punches.
Let's dive into film study, and it's kind of a play on words that you introduced to the team just a couple of games ago.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Gold Rush with T.O. Barrett. So we categorize our shot selection by gold, silver, bronze medals. So gold.
So explain that. What's gold? What's silver? What's bronze?
Gold is layups and rim shots. Essentially, any shot within that restricted arc. We want to hunt those first and foremost. Our silver medal shots are 3-pointers, and then our bronze medal are non-rim twos or mid-range pull-ups. And so a couple games ago in our scout, we talked about, I think we were wearing gold jerseys, and I said, this is a Gold Rush game. We got to dominate the paint, and we kind of just kept that up. And so we're top. The last 7 games, we're number 2 in the country at shooting rim shots, so it's been good.
Take us through the segment tonight as we focus on the video screens to each side of the room. T.O. Barrett featured in Gold Rush and getting to the rim.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so this first play, we utilized a number of different looks to get T.O. to the rim last night. He was, I think, 12 for 17 from the field, didn't shoot a 3-pointer. So they had some smaller guards. We have the advantage here. So we set a middle ball screen. We went to middle ball screens heavy throughout the game. And so right here, Jaden Stone has the option to peel out and not set a screen and kind of go screen and act like he's setting one and go away, but they weren't switching. So we wanted to, what we call smash the screen, hold the screen, go ahead. You can play it. And make some contact. Sean Phillip kind of takes takes the defender away in the paint, and obviously TL makes a good 2-foot finish, landing in the halo. You see that the restricted arc right there. We want to get as many shots as we can throughout the course of the game within that restricted arc.
T.O. finishes, and again, Sean Phillips does his job too, just to get the defender, attract the defender away from him.
Definitely, and it's a line between taking up space and what we call gortat and making sure we hedge out that defender. And then sometimes I think this is the play where we want our Trent Burns and Sean Phillips to get to the baseline to provide space, which he does here. So T.O. again, matchup advantage, smaller guard, Gillespie. This was a transition push. He arrives to an empty side, so T.O. turns it into what we call Barkley. Charles Barkley was famous for it when he was playing, where he just turned drives into post-up. So right now, Sean Phillips recognizes T.O. has this post-up opportunity, so you'll see him navigate to the baseline to provide T.O. space. And T.O. just takes advantage of, again, what we call matchup advantage. He's got a smaller defender on him. We want to land in that halo, in that restricted arc. And then obviously in transition, the next clip, we had 15 points in transition last night. Tennessee's top 2 in the country at not allowing transition points. So we were very glad with that result. Our guys did a great job pushing. So here we go. And T.O. is just, really good with a head of steam downhill, impressive finger roll in transition, getting all the way to the rim.
Kind of a little Gervin-esque.
Yeah, that was impressive. Really.
George Gervin was a basketball player, by the way, back in the day, and the finger roll is a shot.
That was nice.
Has he always been able to finish like that around the rim?
When he first came in as a freshman, it's something we definitely teach in summer workouts, and now he's got essentially 2 years under his belt with us developing that. But he's big and strong, and as a 6'4", 205 point guard, it's right in his wheelhouse to play to that as much as he can.
It's Matt Klein. I'm Mike Kelly. Another segment of Tiger Talk comes your way after this on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Quirk Hard Seltzer is a proud partner of Mizzou Athletics. With a winning lineup of flavors including Breakout, Stars, Cherry Blossom, and Lime, and Strawberry, Lemon, and Basil, Quirk packs a Tiger's Paw-sized punch of award-winning flavor made with real fruit juice. Crack a Quirk, Missouri's hard seltzer, when rooting on MIZ this season. 90 calories per 12-ounce serving, gluten-free. Quirk Hard Seltzer, crafted by Boulevard Brewing Company, born and brewed Missouri. Must be 21 plus. Please enjoy responsibly.
From Stewart to Gates, Sunvold to Mitchell, Mizzou fans have always dreamed big. And at Multiply Credit Union, we're proud to keep that spirit alive. We're bringing fans across Tiger Nation better rates, real rewards, and accounts built to back their goals every step of the way. This isn't banking as usual, it's banking multiplied. Grow together, live fully, be more. Multiply Credit Union, the official credit union of Mizzou Athletics.
A message about safe driving from University of Missouri head basketball coach Dennis Gates.
Basketball requires everyone to be responsible teammates. Driving requires the same exact thing. Crashes can be avoided by practicing safe driving habits. Please leave all distractions aside. Once you're behind that wheel, that is your number one priority. Buckle up, phone down. Slow down, drive sober.
Brought to you by Save Mo Lives.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACTA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
It's time to get back into routine that focuses on you. Move better, feel better, simply live better at Wilson's Fitness. Escape reality in the indoor saltwater pool. Detox in the saunas or heat things up with our hot yoga. Wilson's is here to support you, motivate you, and help smash your goals with group fitness classes, personal coaching, and endless amenities. Move better, feel better, simply live better at Wilson's Fitness in Columbia. Visit them at wilsonsfitness.com.
Tiger Talk from Harpo's in downtown Columbia. Matt Klein is with us, Missouri's offensive coordinator. Tiger Talk brought to you by Shelter Insurance, recently ranked #1 in customer satisfaction for auto insurance in the Central Region by J.D. Power. 7 of the last 8 years. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Tigers coming off of a win, 73-69, as they knock off number 22 Tennessee in a third consecutive game against a ranked opponent. Missouri improves to 19-9, 9-6 in the SEC with a game at Mississippi State coming up on Saturday afternoon at noon. Tigers get to that 73-point plateau. Missouri now 19-1 on the season when they scored at least 73 points in a game. Appropriate, we talked to the offensive coordinator. What was the thing, and we talked about T.O. Barrett and the gold rush and things like that, but what were some of the other things that allowed him to have a career night like he did, finishing with 28 points?
Yeah, his physicality, his determination, and his confidence in himself, number one. I think there was a post-game in the press conference. He said, I just didn't think they could stop me, so I just kept attacking, to paraphrase. And so it starts with the confidence that T.O. does, and he has an amazing routine. Coach Wright, who's coming on next, has done a great job with him on a daily basis, getting in the gym and just continuing to fine-tune. And so it starts with the confidence of T.O. and then just his teammates allowing him to understand that it's his, he's rolling right now, and let's ride it.
What about Mark Mitchell? Just how would you describe the level at which he is playing right now for this basketball team? I mean, 23 last night. If you looked over the last two, he's averaging 24.5 over the last two games. Leads the team in assists. I mean, just what do you see from him on a daily basis?
It's such a luxury to have Mark on our team, and offensively, he's so versatile. He's a Swiss Army knife, like you said, leading our team in points, rebounds, and assists. He's really improved his playmaking this year. it's so fun to scheme with him because he could set ball screens. He's amazing in the short roll. I think he's probably one of the best short roll players in the country. What I mean by that is like if we're setting a ball screen with Mark and they bring 2 to the ball and it's an aggressive ball screen coverage, we kind of slip Mark out, and now all of a sudden we hit him, and now we're playing 4 versus 3. And then on the flip side, we could set him ball screens. We set a lot of inverted ball screens where our guards will ball screen for him to create an advantage, and then 4 to 5 ball screens where Sean Phillips will. So you could space Mark all over the floor, middle thirds, outer thirds, and he can make plays for himself and others.
Coach Nutt talked about this, and so did you, just about T.O.'s mindset last night and coming to the bench and saying this guy can't guard me, and so that led to obviously the approach offensively. The other thing I'm curious about, you used the word when you scheme with Mark. How much involvement do your players have in terms of communication with coaches in terms of, hey, what if we do it this way as opposed to that way?
Yeah, they have a ton. We want them to be at the full front of our scouting reports. When we're showing film, we want to ask them what they see. How do you think we can attack here? How do you think we should guard here? Because ultimately, they're the ones that have to perform, and we're there to guide them, and we want to be able to not necessarily always tell them the answers. We want them to figure it out on their own, and we want to help guide them to the answers. So they definitely have a say, and it's led by Coach Gates in allowing that process to happen.
What are you seeing from Anthony Robinson over the course of the last 3 to 4 games?
Consistency in his routine off the court before the game even starts.
Elaborate on that.
So every morning, like Coach Wright's in with T.O. all the time. I'm in with Anthony Robinson in the mornings to get those reps in because practices are shorter now, and so we don't get a ton of shots up in practice. So with Anthony, I love to see 6 for 12 from 3. The last I can't remember what it was.
Last 3 games, I believe, yeah.
Yep. And so that's continuing to build his confidence up, just his aggressiveness. He's always going to be an elite defender. He needs to continue to play without fouling. But just love to see his confidence continue to soar, especially this time of year.
I want to talk about Sean Phillips a little bit because, people look at the numbers sometimes and they just focus on the end result as opposed to the other things that come into play. How many baskets does T.O. Barrett get last night because of Sean Phillips? How many does Mark Mitchell get because of Sean Phillips?
Yeah.
What else does he add that fans don't see is the question.
Yeah, I mean, he on the defensive side of the ball, number one, he is a great presence in the paint. If he's not, blocking shots, he's altering shots or making teams think twice about having to get in there. He's terrific in drop coverage, and we use him in a strong aggressive coverage too. Blocking out, he may not get the rebound, but somebody else on our team is getting the rebound. And then on the offensive side of the ball, being a great screen setter on and off the ball, and just creating space for, like you saw, T.O. to drive that doesn't show up in the box score.
Yeah, how cool was it, though, for Jacob Cruz, who again, he only had 4 points in the game. They came in the final 18 seconds. But a guy that's, obviously has changed his game this year, becomes more of a rebounder and doing what he can. Obviously, you'd like to see more points, but great teammate that was there when his team needed him last night.
Really proud of Jacob, and his bench energy has been tremendous, and last night it was on another level. And so when you could cheer for your teammates positively throughout the whole course of the game, even though his minutes weren't super high last night, it's going to come back to you in a crucial moment. So, you knew those free throws were going in because of how he was acting throughout the course of a game with a positive energy and giving his teammates, good juice throughout the course of a game.
Fans sometimes will watch the game, too, and the other thing they'll come back is, why did that guy take this shot? Why did he shoot a three-pointer? You've got guys that are designated as green light guys.
Yeah.
So describe who those guys are that have the ultimate green light, if you will.
Yeah, I would say that would categorize basically in transition threes. With this last year, we had probably 6 guys who could shoot transition threes, unconsciously. But this year, I would say Jacob Cruz, Jaden Stone, and Trent Pierce has made some big shots in that regard. So those would be our green light guys that we want them to let it fly when they have any sort of space.
And what about Trent Burns from the three-point line?
We've had some talks lately, making sure that, making sure he's getting in the gym and making sure he's getting those reps in to make sure time and space shoot those. But if time and score doesn't say to shoot those, let's move the ball and continue to work for a great shot.
It's great to see you.
Thanks, Mike.
That's Matt Klein, Missouri's offensive coordinator. I'm Mike Kelly. We'll introduce you to Steve Wright coming up next on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Hey Tiger fans, Mike Kelly here. When it comes to protecting your home, you've got to have a solid defense. That's why I count on Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. For nearly 40 years, Helitech has been keeping homes healthy, foundations strong, and blocking water. Their team of experts play every job like it's the championship game with skill, precision, and pride. Inspections are free, so make your next move at HelitechOnline.com. Helitech, where the best defense starts below the floor.
Heal your home with Helitech.
Black and gold season never ends at the Tiger Team Store. Gear up for game day with the largest official selection of black and gold gear and gifts. From the latest Mizzou SEC gear to everything you need for your tailgate, the Tiger Team Store is your store for all things Mizzou. The Tiger Team Store has moved and is now located inside Mizzou Arena. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. with extended hours on game day or online at TigerTeamStore.com. It's always black and gold season at the Tiger Team Store.
Addison's restaurants are great local spots to visit before or after all Mizzou home games. Addison's has 2 locations to choose from in Southwest and downtown Columbia. Addison's features a full bar with over 20 beers on tap, including local brewers, and of course their famous Nachos Bianco. So, before or after the game, stop by Addison's. View the full menu online for both locations at addisonsgrill.com.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Quirk Hard Seltzer is a proud partner of Mizzou Athletics. With a winning lineup of flavors including Breakout, Stars, Cherry Blossom, and Lime, and Strawberry Lemon and Basil, Quirk packs a Tiger's Paw-sized punch of award-winning flavor made with real fruit juice. Crack a Quirk, Missouri's hard seltzer, when rooting on MIZ this season. 90 calories per 12-ounce serving, gluten-free. Quirk Hard Seltzer, crafted by Boulevard Brewing Company, born and brewed Missouri. Must be 21 plus. Please enjoy responsibly.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's website, says a 10/20/25.
Show your swagger with a Tiger checking card from Central Bank. It's the only place for Tiger checking. Open it today at www.centralbank.net. Underway in the SEC, Florida with a 61-55 lead at Texas with about 9 minutes and 52 seconds to play. This young man's in his first year as a Missouri assistant coach. Please welcome Steve Wright, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to see you. Man. It's finally great to have a chance where we can do it in this type of a setting, you know?
For sure, definitely, man. And, it's been great. It's been awesome being here. This is my second stint with Coach Gates. I was on his first staff at Cleveland State his first year when he came from Florida State, and it's been awesome. You know, being able to coach in one of the top conferences in the country. But I think more important is being around our guys. You know, I think we got a great group of guys. They're awesome. They work hard. They're resilient. And we still got more work to do.
Absolutely. 3 games left in the regular season, then the tournament, and then we will see what happens. Just your takeaway from last night's game. You and I had a chance to talk a little bit prior to the game. Just what did you see as it unfolded in front of your eyes?
I mean, we got off to a rough start, but I think our guys being able to show some resilience and stick together. Through the tough times, man, and that's what our guys been all year. I think that's their MO, and we just kept grinding. We just kept grinding our possessions, and then T.O. and Mark just took over the game from an offensive standpoint. We got some stops and got out in transition, and we end up winning the game. So it was awesome.
Some of the numbers, as you look at the game afterwards, didn't make a lot of sense. You had 2 starters that didn't score. You go 4 for 17 from 3, minus 12 on the glass. But you forced 15 turnovers and scored 23 points off of those turnovers.
Yeah, I think with that, I think that's kind of like our MO, man. We always talk about turning our defense into offense, and that's what we try to do on a daily basis in practice, and that's kind of been our thing throughout the year. Even last year, coming in and me being here in the summer and watching our games from last year, we did a lot off our defense that led to our offense, and I thought yesterday was really good. Turning our defense into offense, man, and that kind of helped us, kind of ignite our offense and give us some scoring opportunities.
This is a get-to-know-you segment with Steve Wright in his first year at Missouri. Where's home?
Dayton, Ohio. Born and raised, Dayton, Ohio.
When did you fall in love with the game?
I fell in love with the game probably around like 9 years old. I grew up playing the game, and my first time playing organized ball, I was 9 years old, and I just kind of just fell in love with it, and I got an opportunity, and it was pretty good, and got the opportunity to play at Bowling Green State University, and then I graduated from Bowling Green State University, and then my last year, I went to Northern Kentucky. I had a successful season at Northern Kentucky. I was first-team All-American. And then got the opportunity to go overseas and play at a high level.
What was that experience like, being able to play the game internationally?
It was awesome. I got the opportunity to play 4 years in the top league in Germany, played in France, played in Finland. But the experience, man, just being in a different country and learning different cultures. I had 4 or 5 different coaches that I played for. So learning different philosophies, from a Turkish coach, from a German coach, from an American coach, from a Finnish coach. So I just try to take all that and important to into our guys.
When you were overseas, did you have a favorite country that you enjoyed being in?
Probably Germany. Germany was probably my favorite country because I played there for 4 years. So I still got friends there to this day. Some of the guys that I played with are coaches and agents. So that's kind of helped us, from an international standpoint with recruiting and things like that. But being overseas was awesome. The culture was awesome. Germany was awesome.
Well, what is it about Germany that makes it so awesome? And take the friend component out of it, just the country itself and the aesthetics, the beauty.
Yeah, I think it's Americanized.
Yeah.
A lot of people over there, their culture, they speak English. So it was an easy adjustment for me and the guys that I played with. But it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. My daughter, youngest daughter, works on a German-based cruise ship, and she always talks about how much she enjoys the German culture and the German people and things like that. So it's just, from my perspective, fascinating to hear that. What was the path that led you to Dennis Gates at Cleveland State?
So when I was a high school coach, and I was heavy into grassroots. So I'm from Ohio, so I coach LeBron James' AAU program. So we always get some of the top guys from Ohio, Michigan, Indiana. And I had a guy by the name of Darius Baisley. He was a McDonald's All-American. I coached him in high school. So Coach Gates, kind of recruited him a little bit, and I had a really good relationship with his brother, Armand Gates. He played at Kent State, and I played at Bowling Green, so we was arch enemies. When Coach Gates got the job at Cleveland State, I had reached out to him, and I interviewed him face-to-face, and I got the opportunity to be a part of his staff, and I made an impact, and, now we're here.
Players, coaches have all said this about Gates. He's so much different than any other coach that they've been around. From your perspective, what makes him so unique?
Man, I think this player relationship, his uniqueness to be able to get through our guys, the trust. He's just an awesome guy. Guys trust him, and they'll go through a wall for him. But he's just an awesome person to be around. Like I said, just him being able to pour into our guys on a daily basis, and having them grow not just as basketball player, but grow as people. And I think that's the impact that he make on our guys.
Who are the guys that you work with individually on a daily basis?
Mainly, a lot of our guys, but T.O.'s been killing me every morning at 7 a.m. Man, it's probably been since like November 13th. I remember the day having to talk with him in the locker room. And I talked to him, and he was struggling during our non-conference schedule. And I had a long talk with T.O. in the locker room, and I said, one thing for me is, for you, man, is that I played the position that you played, and I'm here to help you. I'm an assistant coach, and I said if you really want to, make a jump and progress, it's going to be tough, but it's going to be something that we're going to do on a daily basis. And, usually, I kind of let guys kind of gravitate towards me and reach out to me, and when they want to get in the gym and get extra work in. And some nights, it'd be about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and I say, I don't think T.O. going to text me and see if we're going to go in the morning. And then around 12 o'clock, 11:30 at night, I get a text from T.O., and it's like, what time we going in the morning? And usually, day before a game, we have scout prep.
Right.
So we have scout prep at 8 a.m., so that means we got to get in super early. So we start about 7:15. We get about 45 minutes in. We work on a lot of different things, ball screens, a lot of shooting, a lot of 2-foot finishes and things like that. And it's really paying off for him, man. And I'm so proud of him. I texted him last night after the game and talked to him and how proud I am for him. About all the hard work that he's put in, and it's starting to pay off for him.
Yeah, it was so cool, too, to see him bounce back after having a tough night at Arkansas, right, against a good team, to see him come back and have the night that he had. Where can he be better? Where will he get better as a player?
I think with him is shooting. I think that's kind of been his thing that he got to continue to work on, and we get a lot of reps on it. And I think with his work ethic and his resilience, he's going to continue to get better. Because he wants it. And that's, I think with him, that's something of the things that he got to continue to work on going forward for him to become an elite player.
Let's close with this. What's it like for you being around this staff, this group of guys in your first season here? And I know the familiarity with Harpo, the familiarity with Gates, but being around this collection, adding Smith Peters and Coach Nutt into the mix as well.
Yeah, I think this is my second stint. With Harpo, Dickey, and Coach Gates, but building the relationship with Coach Smith Peters and building the relationship with Coach Klein, Tim Smith as well. Tim Fuller as well. It's been awesome, man. It's been a learning for me. I never coached at this high level, but just being here and seeing how these guys work, and the amount of time that they put into one game and what they put into practice, it's been awesome. And I'm just going to continue to get better as a coach and continue to learn some of the things that we do here from a basketball standpoint, and just try to will these guys to wins.
Great to see you.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad you're here. Steve
you.
Wright, ladies and gentlemen. David Dickey Nutt returns for our final segment. Up next on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them. Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most. To find your local agent, visit shelterinsurance.com. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
From Stewart to Gates, Sunvold to Mitchell, Mizzou fans have always dreamed big. And at Multiply Credit Union, we're proud to keep that spirit alive. We're bringing fans across Tiger Nation better rates, real rewards, and accounts built to back their goals every step of the way. This isn't banking as usual, it's banking multiplied. Grow together, live fully, be more. Multiply Credit Union, the official credit union of Mizzou Athletics.
Black and gold season never ends at the Tiger Team Store. Gear up for game day with the largest official selection of black and gold gear and gifts. From the latest Mizzou SEC gear to everything you need for your tailgate, the Tiger Team Store is your store for all things Mizzou. The Tiger Team Store has moved and is now located inside Mizzou Arena. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. with extended hours on game day or online at TigerTeamStore.com. It's always black and gold season at the Tiger Team Store.
It's game day, Tigers. When you fly from Columbia Regional Airport, you've already got the home court advantage. Skip the stress. Enjoy fast check-ins, short security lines, and nonstop flights on American and United Airlines. Whether it's the big tournament or your next getaway, COU makes every trip a winning play. Score your travel advantage at flycou.com. See you at COU, your home court in the sky.
Final segment of the show from Harpo's in downtown Columbia, staple downtown since 1971. Again, a reminder, our final show of the season comes your way next week here at Harpo's. We'll be here next Wednesday, Missouri on the road next Tuesday at Oklahoma. Texas with a 64-61 lead over Florida in Austin with about 7 minutes to play. Gentile, now the apparel provider of the Mizzou Radio Network. Check out their collection of Mizzou apparel at gentileapparel.com. Are at Bingham's in downtown Columbia the next time that you're in town for a game. Gentile Apparel, a proud partner of Mizzou Athletics. Remember that this episode of Tiger Talk and other content and episodes available on the Inside Mizzou Sports podcast presented by Shelter Insurance. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts from. David Dickey-Nutt returns for our final segment with you for about another 5 minutes. Steve Wright, just talk about Steve Wright and the job that he's done here in his first year.
He's done such a, he relates to our players just as good as anybody I've ever been around, and those guys just kind of gravitate to him, and he's so good with individual work and just getting there at 6 o'clock in the morning. I think he and T.O. Barrett work out every morning, getting in a bunch of shots and stuff, and it's really been it's been good for our team, and our guys, they look forward to it.
What do you like about this staff?
Well, I think the best thing about our staff is that Coach Gates does a really good job of trying to make sure that we're all connected. It's one thing to say.
How does he do that? How does he connect you all?
It's one thing to have a connected basketball team, the players being connected, but the coaches have to be connected as well. And I think what we do is, it's very important for anybody, any staff, any business, whatever, to have that connection. And what we try to do is we respect everything that you may have to say. Let me give you an example. So if you have, everybody in the room has their own experience, has their own expertise, and everybody in the room can break a press or maybe whatever. But if you have a suggestion or you maybe have an idea, we make sure that we respect that idea. In other words, if you say, hey, well, I think we ought to run a 2-1-2 press or whatever you may suggest, we always treat that with ultimate respect. Now, it doesn't mean that we agree on everything, but we just you can learn something. I'm a big believer that you can learn something from everybody on your staff, all the way down to graduate assistants to managers. You can learn something. There's nobody in the room that's Naismith. Everybody, you don't have all the answers. I assure you, it doesn't matter how many years I've been a head coach, 19 years, and coached a lot of games. That doesn't mean I have all the answers. Hey, I was fired 3 times, so I know what that's like. But I think the biggest thing is that we respect each other's opinion. We expect their life. We expect their families and everything, and I think it just carries over. And I think, the one thing you can't do, you can't fool your players. They know when your staff is connected, and it's important. And so we make sure that. Now, Coach Gates, he won't have it any other way now. He wants ultimate connectivity within our staff, and that's the way you do. In my opinion, that's the way you do it. You respect everything that he says. If he says, hey, I think we ought to run a zone, whatever. Really? Why do you think that? Well, maybe you don't. I've been on staffs where you'd have a guy on a staff saying, you got to be kidding me. You're not, you're nuts. Yeah, well, that's my name. But so connectivity within our staff is critical to any program.
3 games left of the regular season. What would you like to see from this team, aside from 3 wins, over the course of the next week and a half in terms of trying to get ready for the SEC tournament and put yourself in a position for something greater?
I think the biggest thing, a couple of things. One is stay extremely focused and stay extremely locked in to the job in front of you. Don't be on your phone as much. Turn it off at night. Don't listen when they're saying good things, and don't listen when they're saying bad things. And stay focused. We're not out of the woods yet. There's no guarantee. When it comes to the NCAA tournament, there's no guarantee. You better get locked in, and we got to make sure that we execute our plan and continue to play at the level that we played last game. Concentrate on everything we do. put everything aside for the next 6 weeks. If you'll do that, we could shock the world. We are that capable of beating anybody. But we also know that we're capable of not doing so well. So we got to make sure that we're locked in, focused. Whatever coach has, whatever his plan is, we figure that out. You got it, Coach. We'll do it 1,000%. If we do that, then we can be good. Coach says it all the time. Hey, your best is good enough. You go and you get ready to play Mississippi State. Give me your best. It's good enough. Win or lose, it's good enough.
It's great to see you. Thanks for tonight.
Good to see you. You're welcome.
Our thanks to Matt Klein, also to Steve Wright, Coach David Dickey Nutt. I'm Mike Kelly, Jeremy Washington, the folks from KMIZ, and thanks for watching and listening to Tiger Talk on the Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.